Welcome, ladies and gents. Baby Reindeer, a series on Netflix which chronicles the life of Richard Gadd. Some of it is dramatised, most of it is apparently true, and a lot of what is available in terms of how the show represents people and things like that means that you can pretty much easily identify people being accused of things in the series. Now, most people wouldn't have an issue with that because, you know, there were producers that were grooming people, raping people, stalking people, generally just being degenerates. So most people wouldn't really have an issue with outing those individuals, would they? Generally speaking. Doctor Who writer does. The Doctor Who showrunner does. Russell T Davies. He does. I wonder why. Are you a degenerate, Russell T Davies? Are you doing things you shouldn't do? Do you think you'll be outed? Just asking a question. So here we have it. Doctor Who writer Russell T Davies says BBC would have been much stricter about disguising baby reindeer identities. So, glad it wasn't on the BBC then. Very glad it wasn't on the BBC, because these people should be outed. So Russell T Davies is the latest high-profile TV industry figure to criticise Netflix for allowing real-life baby reindeer characters to be identified online. Oh no, groomers being identified. Okay, groomer. Russell, mate, you're not doing a very good job. If you want to hide, hide a little bit more. Probably just should have laid it. But why did you even talk about this? Like, you're just outing yourself. So in an interview with The Times, the Doctor Who writer said that the BBC would have been much stricter with editorial compliance processes had it shown Richard Gadd's hit Stalker series. Davies, who has extensive experience working with the BBC, and probably alongside groomers, and maybe, groomer, basically said, compliance and editorial policy drives us mad here, but I sleep at night. I bet you do. Hide and stuff. Since Baby Reindeer premiered last month, Gadd's alleged stalker, known as Martha in the series, has been identified as Fiona Harvey, and others have been wrongly accused amid rampant online speculation. I really am failing to see what the issue is here. So Benjamin King, Netflix's UK Senior Public Policy Director, said on Wednesday that the streamer and producer Clerkenwell Films took every responsible precaution in disguising the real-life identities of the people involved in that story. And he added, ultimately, it's obviously very difficult to control what viewers do, particularly in a world where everything is amplified by social media. Yeah, true. I personally wouldn't be comfortable with a world in which we decided it was better that Richard was silenced and not allowed to tell the story. I like that, don't you? What a good slapback. Sorry, you got an issue with people being outed. Why? That's weird. So Richard Osman, the former TV producer and writer of the soon-to-be adapted on Netflix Thursday Murder Club books, said Baby Reindeer would be the patient zero of Netflix compliance. It's an interesting case of what happens when you suddenly have an enormous hit on your hands. If there is even the slightest crack in the foundations of that hit, it will open into a chasm. All of the money that's spent on compliance and aftercare and all of those things is just in case. This is the absolute classic example of just in case. I really like Baby Reindeer. Thought it was a pretty decent show. Well worth your time, actually, quite frankly. And seems loads of other people thought so too. Baby Reindeer launched on Netflix with little fanfare, but has now since exploded. Nearly 54 million views since debuting on April 11th. And it has been Netflix's top English language series for 3 consecutive weeks. Well worth your time. Well worth your time, in fact. And this is one of the individuals that's been caught on it. Not this is the actress, by the way. But Baby Reindeer's real life Martha is apparently going to be setting the record straight in a Piers Morgan interview. Because she's trying to sue Netflix for telling the truth. Huh. Is that really what you want to do? So Baby Reindeer's real-life Martha will have her say on the Netflix series in a YouTube interview. Fiona Harvey, who revealed her identity... So, again, you revealed your own identity, dunce. No, you can't sit there and complain that other people have been outed. You're like, oh, I just revealed myself. In a Daily Record article over the weekend, we'll sit down with Piers Morgan on Thursday night at 8 PM GMT. Harvey is likely to voice her anger, and probably claim she's still a lawyer, over Richard Gadd's smash hit Netflix series, which led to her being identified by internet sleuths. Morgan has described the series as astounding. And it is. It's a good series. Again, you know, it just highlights what we all know anyway. Like, oh, greasy producer-writer is like grooming people, drugging them and grooming them and doing disgusting things to them whilst they're drugged up. Oh, okay. Yeah, we know that. But it's nice to see it, you know? And it's nice to see, like I said, people squirming. Like Russell T Davies. Like, why? What are you hiding, mate? Like, it's bizarre that people would come out and be like, no one should have been identified. It's like, okay, why though? It's different if people hadn't done anything wrong. But grooming and rape? I mean, come on. What are we talking about here? I just think Russell T Davies is, yeah. Not having a good time. Sweating. Skeletons in the closet, I reckon. So, world exclusive. The real life Martha from Baby Reindeer breaks cover, gives me her first TV interview about the smash hit Netflix show. Fiona, I bet she was paid a lot of money for this. Fiona Harvey wants to have her say and set the record straight. Is she a psycho stalker? Find out, blah, blah, blah. Find out today, actually, on Piers Morgan Uncensored. So, yeah, the drama was supposedly a true story. There were some things which were dramatised. Like, he didn't break down during a comedy gig and say all that stuff. That isn't true. But the events themselves apparently are. And this individual's come out and been like, Gadd needs to prove I went to jail, which just didn't happen. I've never been sent to jail. This is blatantly obvious. This is all made up and hyperbole. There are no restraining orders, injunctions, or interdicts anywhere. There's just no way. I've not had the police at my door about any of these things. That's a load of rubbish. I don't have any money, but I'm a perfectly capable lawyer, so I will represent myself. If you watch the show, you'll realise just how funny that actually is. So there you go. I don't have anything else. Netflix been contacted for comment on this. It'll be interesting to see what happens moving forwards. But Russell T Davies, mate, you sweating, bro. I wonder why you sweating.